Our second day started at 2 a.m. when my friend's tent was blown away and broken by the wind. He spent the whole night in a sleeping bag under the stars. And of course, we did not find any water on the way up, so we had only one sip for each left in the morning. At the end of our first day, night came early, and we decided to stay on Haystack Mountain. On the edge of the mountain, we set up our tents and ate some food. We used almost the last of our water for tea and enjoyed the stars and the quiet evening. We were so exhausted that we went to sleep early. Good sleep was not possible that night. A strong wind woke me up in the middle of the night. My tent was shaking, making loud avalanche sound, and I thought it was going to break. I spent the rest of the night awake, waiting for the sun to come up. In the Adirondacks, the mountain have unpredictable wind patterns due to the heating and cooling of the surface. That night, a strong wind decided to give my friend's tent a midnight flight. Later, I found him sleeping in a sleeping bag right on the rock. The mountain winds had completely destroyed his tent. It was a sleepless night with a stunning sunrise. The moment just before sunrise has healing effect on the soul. You try to stop time and enjoy the beauty. This morning we ran out of water. It's okay to hike without food, but hiking without water is not only challenging but dangerous. Fortunately, we found a paddle. By using a water filter, we drew enough water until the next brook. Stay with me and you will see the most challenging hike in the Adirondacks. We spent several hours hiking to the Mt Basin. Panorama from the mountain was simply breathtaking. The hike to Mt Basin seemed challenging, but it was nothing compared to the climb to Mt Saddleback, which was the toughest hike in the Adirondacks. Way to go. When I looked up, I thought, how do I climb that? At one point during a challenging ascent, my foot slipped off a rock and I felt a surge of fear. That's when I knew I wasn't just a hiker, but a mountaineer. Our plan was to hike up Mt Haystack, but we ran out of water again before reaching the peak. The combination of physical fatigue and mental exhaustion set in, so we decided to call it a day and save the hike for another time.
We're going to find camp for the night.
In the mountain, due to the Arctic zone, you cannot see the colorful trees in the fall. When we came down, there was a part of our trail with leaves that were orange, yellow, and red. Leaves drifted gently in the wind, shimmering in myriad colors beneath the setting sun's rays. It felt like stepping into a fairy tale forest.
We're still going to our base, our camp for tonight.
It was getting dark, and we were hiking fast to reach a mountain where we wanted to spend the night. Stay tuned for the last part of our journey, where we climbed the mountain at night and couldn't find the top for a long time, so we unexpectedly found ourselves lost.